three guys legitimately vying for the spot, and it's close, and you need that live evaluation to see, who's going to be the guy when the live bullets are coming down. They know they're getting hit. Who's going to make the plays that need to be made?
Coach said Kelly tweaked his hamstring the other day. So you feel like you'll be able to play Saturday?
Yeah, I believe so. He came out today and didn't notice much of a limp, and he was encouraged. He's on my team, so I hope he's going to play. That's why I picked that team. Well, that's why I was hoping I got that offense, because I had Kelly. But he was shot out of a cannon. Design quarterback run. He hit it and just tweaked it a little bit. And I don't think it was as bad. And I think it was just more precaution, just trying to make sure we can get him to the game.
All of you coaches have talked about how competitive it's been the whole spring. Were you maybe worried a little bit coming into the spring, coming off a championship, the guys might feel a little bit entitled when they step on the field?
Not worried about entitlement, but as much as, okay, we lost so much offensively and defense has so much coming back, okay, are we going to be able to compete with them? And I've been pleasantly surprised at how our guys have just stepped up to the challenge, especially these last two live scenarios that we've had. Our guys have had great energy, been able to make some plays versus a very, very talented defense. And so that was the biggest challenge is, okay, are we going to rise to the occasion physically and mentally to challenge our defense, not so much from an entitlement standpoint.
You look back on this spring as a whole, what do you feel like are the biggest ways where this team's grown from where they started to where they are right now?
I just think the confidence in the quarterbacks. I think you walk out here day one, you got three guys that haven't really played much. I mean, Kelly, the only one that's played any, and you got two freshmen. So I think, the leadership was kind of looking around to see who it was going to be. But I think they now have confidence in all three of those guys. And so that allowed us to get better at some things. I thought our short yardage goal line was improved this spring, something that was an issue for us last year. And we just went back to the drawing board, didn't change a whole lot, but tweaked a couple things and, looked at some personnel matchups, things we could do better, and I thought the guys responded. I thought that the backs, they improved just their physicality and their pad leverage. They're running hard, they're breaking tackles, they're hard to deal with, and they've gotten better catching the ball out of the backfield. The young emergence of the receivers, especially in TJ Chase and Cornell Powell and even Overton. Overton probably had the most on him this spring, with everybody challenging him to be, to step up, because he's a guy that we're expecting to be in there behind Dion, and we know as many plays that we play, one guy can't play any snaps, so we need a legitimate, double team at that 9-man position, and really seeing him respond to how we've challenged him, and then, the way he responded to how the defense challenged him every day. So, a lot of positive coming out of it, and then I like what happened when we came back from spring break. You saw a lot less of just the deer in the headlights, confusion. Guys looked a lot more calm, a lot more confident, and so you started just to see us execute with more precision and more consistency.
As a coach, what are your expectations for Saturday? What are the biggest things you want to see from this team on Saturday?
Well, that we don't take a step back, that we continue to compete, that we play with great energy, that we're focused. I want to see how the young guys are going to respond in the stadium in a live situation with the crowd. You never know. Some of these guys have never been, in the Valley playing, so you want to see that. I want to see some chemistry develop when you're playing next to a guy that you might not have been playing to every single snap during the spring, because the teams are split up. So just see how the guys respond to the adversity that's created by dividing the team, and then making sure that they're not going through the motion and taking advantage of this, because as I told them before we broke this last practice, it's been a really, really good spring. We've made a lot of progress, but the key to our success in the fall is what we do between now and the time we get to the fall. And so this game is a springboard to send us into the summer so that we can have great preparation for the fall.
How excited are you just to get out there in front of that crowd again?
I think it's going to be. I'm excited about the halftime. To see these seniors come back and get their rings. We had our time yesterday night with our families here, with the team that's here to get our rings, but really, really excited for the seniors and for the crowd to see, those guys and their opportunity to be honored with their ring. But then just being back in front of the home crowd, and it's going to be special.
You mentioned that you've seen a growth in confidence and leadership with the quarterbacks. In what ways have you noticed that?
Well, the biggest thing is just their gamesmanship and the way they command the huddle, the way that they're communicating to the offensive line. You're not having to help those guys from the sideline, to help them with calls, protection calls, direction calls, run schemes, pass schemes. You're starting to see those guys step up and like Deshaun will do all the time, get up in that huddle, just command it, talk to them, not look frustrated, not look flustered. Those are the kind of things that you look for as a coach when you start to see that leadership. And then now, as that confidence grows, their leadership's only going to get even better because they're more confident.
Is the quarterback battle the biggest question mark going into this, or are there other players or positions you're hoping to get some more clarity on?
You know, I think the quarterback is the biggest position because everybody looks at that position, and that's the leader of our offense, and rightfully so. And there's 3 guys vying for that spot. I think that at running back, you know, you can get away with playing 3 guys, playing 2 guys. I think at quarterback, you know, you kind of want to have that. And some people have done dual quarterback systems, but most time you just have one guy that kind of takes the reins. So I would say that's the biggest position.